Well, it's been an interesting day. Kevin and I started on the bike around 9 o'clock this morning after we went and hiked a mountain with some friends of ours. And it's about 1:30 now, so it's been a good 3 hours working on the bike. Kevin made the oil lines go all the way from the engine to the tank and up to the rocker box. So we got nice oil lines all installed, looking good. I completed the wiring in the middle of the bike. I completed the wiring in the headlight. So that's all done. It always looks like a rat's nest, but that's actually very neat wiring. Let's see, what else? Gosh, I wish I could say we did something else, but can't, doesn't come to mind. I know it kept Kevin busy putting in all the controls, the uh, the clutch cables, the throttle cables, the choke cables, the front brake cable, all that's installed. Right now the bike is set up for electrical test. This is my shop battery, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's just a regular old 12-volt battery, but I wired in a fuse, and it comes off here, and I plug this in, and then I run the wire to the bike's electrical system. And I have an on-off switch, so I can turn it on and off, like so. It's on now. And if we, that way, and by the way, I equipped it with a 7.5 amp fuse. That's as heavy as I use when I'm testing the electrical systems on these bikes. These bikes should run a 10 amp fuse, nothing higher. Unfortunately, the wiring harnesses come with a 35 amp fuse in them, which is ridiculous because the whole wiring harness will burn up before it'll blow that 30 amp fuse, 35 amp fuse. That's ridiculous. These old bikes run 10 amps maximum. Don't put anything heavier than that in them. Otherwise, if you have a electrical problem, the bike will burn up rather than blow the fuse. Seen it, been there, done that. Okay, so the bike, the battery's actually on now, so the bike is live. Turning on the ignition. Okay, we have ignition. We have headlight and horn. Oh, what a lousy horn. That's interesting. But we have it. And back here, I think we have brake light, if I can reach down here and try it. Yep, apparently we have brake light. At this point in time, we don't have a tail light, so I'll have to look into that. That could be just the bulb or the socket. So that's where we are today, and we have ignition because I tested 12 volts right to here, so that gives us ignition. So we've a lot of progress made today, and probably tomorrow we'll be doing what we refer to as a smoke test, checking out everything under load, and see how it goes. I'm hoping the volume on this video is better because I went out and bought a really cool little microphone that clips to my shirt and communicates with the iPhone through Magic, and we'll see if the audio is any better. But the bike is coming together, and there's the headlight glowing away right over there. So I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to turn the ignition off again, and then we'll walk back here and see how the number of bits and pieces and parts has diminished greatly. Right now, the next big thing will be to put the front fender on, and then the gas tank, gas lines, dress out the gas tank. Aren't these pretty? Air cleaner, knee pads, reflectors underneath the gas tank, and reflectors and bits and pieces that we still have to go. Tachometer cable and speedometer cable. So maybe we'll get those on tomorrow. So we're running out of parts. That's always a good thing. And the bike is starting to look pretty good. So there we are. And the fun just never stops.